Hello everyone! In the fourth installment of our Cities of Skyrim series, we will visit Winterhold, a formerly glorious capital city that was nearly destroyed in an event called the Great Collapse. I hope you enjoy the video. Enjoy watching! Winterhold is a city located on the northeasternmost tip of Skyrim and is home to the prominent College of Winterhold. It was once a large, bustling and prosperous city. In 4th Age 122, a cataclysmic event known as the Great Collapse occurred, in which most of the city fell into the Sea of Ghosts. Winterhold now only consists of a few rudimentary buildings and the College of Winterhold, one of the only original structures still standing. Many of the remaining inhabitants of Winterhold suspect that the college caused the city's destruction. The college stands by the belief that it was caused as a result of the earthquake in Vivec and subsequent eruption of Red Mountain in Morrowind. The few remaining residents of Winterhold can usually be found drinking their sorrows away in the Frozen Hearth, and most of these characters can point you to local quests. Birna, at Birna's Oddments, can also sell you the Coral Dragon Claw for 50 septims, which you will need to investigate Yngol Barrow further. For the longest time, Winterhold served as the capital of Skyrim, one with a rich and illustrious history, and even in its prime, it rivaled Solitude to the west. Winterhold is built on Sherrick Head, the very tip of the Broken Cape, and where Ysgramor first landed in Skyrim. From the south, the city is protected by a mountain range that spans across the northern Old Holds and is surrounded by glaciers of the ice fields on virtually all other sides. Despite the fact that the city is located on the coast and its people commonly work out of the sea, the city is built far above the shore, and it is a very steep drop below. But at some point, Winterhold had a port, and the island, Olenveld, was a summer day's sail from the city. Winterhold is located at the end of the one road that runs through the region, which wraps around the mountains and runs along the northeast coast. The College of Winterhold is separated from the rest of the settlement by a deep ravine and connected to it via a narrow stone bridge. Winterhold is neighbored by several settlements, including Amol to the south-southeast, Dawnstar to the west, and Hellarken Creek to the southwest. The scope of Winterhold before it was destroyed has never been detailed, but after the Great Collapse, the former capital city was a set of homes on the main thoroughfare. The only intact buildings in the town were the Jarl's Longhouse, the local inn across the road, a couple of homes along the mountain, and the College of Winterhold, which remained intact despite the destruction. Homes that are behind the street and closer to the edge of the cape are completely destroyed and encased in snow. A path between the Jarl's Longhouse and the general goods store leads into the greater Winterhold wilderness, while another path that goes under the bridge to the college wraps around the mountain. The city's prison is called the Chill, an ice cave on a glacial island far north of Winterhold. The common folk of the Winterhold region are seasoned fishermen that have grown accustomed to the harsh winters, and even though the land offers little for grazing, they have managed to make do successfully with food. A staple dish in Winterhold and other Nordic coastal cities is coastal clam chowder, which is made from a combination of Nordic barnacle, clams, oysters, and a variety of fish, typically the catch of the day. One of the most lauded pieces of food to come out of the hold is ghost flesh, their regional cheese dish. The cheese is made from the little supply of dairy they have. It is then smoked over a pile of dried seaweed and then wrapped into a pastry made from flour and Horker's sweet. It is then baked to the point that the cheese is molten and steamy and that the crust is light and flaky. Ghost flesh is an ideal snack for Winterhold's fisherfolk while they are out at sea. The Nords of Winterhold favor 6-foot-long axes. Winterhold's symbol, a 3-pointed crown, was recreated as a small bronze adornment called Anthor's Shadow Crown. It was worn by the master of hidden arcane knowledge in the city, and some people even say that it never saw use in anything other than secret meetings, but the second-era author Talion Mythmaker doubts it. Other similar adornments are the Dawn's Eye Crown, which features the eye of Winterhold's college, and the Shrouded Crown. In 4th Age 122, a seemingly never-ending series of storms lashed out at the northern coast of Skyrim, eventually causing most of the city to erode alarmingly fast and be washed away into the Sea of Ghosts. This event is now known as the Great Collapse. Regardless of the genesis of the Great Collapse, it is certain that since that time, the population of Winterhold has continued to dwindle. Other than the college, only a handful of buildings still stand. What remains of the town's economy is based around serving the needs of the college. As such, Winterhold has become something of a haven for mages in Skyrim, a safe refuge from distrustful Nords. The College of Winterhold is a school for magic in the city of Winterhold. Its campus is imposing and fortress-like, arranged around a large central courtyard and reachable only across a narrow stone bridge. It functions much like the Mages Guild in other parts of Tamriel, but is a resolutely independent establishment separate from the guild. The college holds documents dating back as far as the late Second Era, though the college itself is even older. It is said to have been founded in the First Era by the legendary mage Shalidor, although it is one of many dubious feats attributed to him. One of the oldest reliable mentions of the college comes from the early Second Era. Let's save more about the college for another video. Winterhold is set to experience a 100% chance of snowfall. It will always be snowing, even if the Clear Skies shout is used. There is no jail in Winterhold. Instead, criminals are exiled to a cave far to the north of the town called the Chill, guarded by 4 frost Atronachs. Guards will also mention this when you agree to go to prison by saying, "Ha! Enjoy the chill." Well, that concludes our city tour for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you in the next episode. Take care.